morning. Today, former President Donald Trump will appear before a federal judge. Now, he's already arrived in Miami.
That's right. So he's facing 37 felony charges related to taking classified documents from the White House after his presidency ended. Correspondent Savannah Rudicell is live for us in downtown Miami this morning at the courthouse with what we can expect from today's hearing. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Dan and Hazel. I understand that former President Donald Trump has continued to assert his innocence, both through his social media channels as well as through some recent speeches that he's given. He says that he plans to plead not guilty. Now, according to this 49-page indictment, there were hundreds of boxes containing information on national secret that were all mishandled, supposedly brought to Mar-a-Lago after the presidency ended. And it's not just the storage, however, but including former President Donald Trump allegedly shared some of this classified information with several individuals. Now, it's still not clear right now how this case is going to impact Trump's bid for the Oval Office. The former president has maintained his lead in the polls after the indictment in April, which was over an alleged hush money scheme. Demonstrators, they all waited outside of Trump's Miami hotel for the former president to arrive Monday, and supporters say they believe that investigators are unfairly targeting him, while opponents say there's just too much evidence of criminal behavior to overlook.
If you're a liar, you're a liar. If you're caught red-handed, you're caught red-handed. They've been trying to pressure this man because he's not part of the establishment.
Some of these people got to come to realize they can't all be wrong, these indictments.
Now, the lead investigator, special counsel Jack Smith, he denies that any of these actions are politically motivated. He says in a very rare public statement ahead of the arraignment that all of the illegal action aims to keep the United States safe, as well as show that no one is above the law. Now, this historic arraignment is set for 3 o'clock here this afternoon. Reporting live in Miami, I'm Savannah Rudicell.
Savannah, just real quickly, you had mentioned that the demonstrators were outside the hotel, but do they announce any kind of plans for today?
Several of whom that I talked to, they not only wanted to be outside the hotel as soon as Trump arrived, but they said that, of course, they will be out here at the courthouse today. Many of them say that they're bringing friends, and a lot of them say that yesterday got a little bit more contentious than some other protests that they've been to, specifically because they can disagree, opponents and protesters are specifically on this case in particular. So they say that they are going to be watching out. They're going to be a little bit extra careful around the courthouse today. And then, of course, we talked with the City of Miami Police Chief, who says that there will be a lot of extra security around the courthouse just in case.
You know, Savannah, there's really the question of timing around all this as well. And so I guess what implications could today's arraignment have on Trump's campaign with many of these, with the trial here in New York and now this one taking place during an election cycle?
Of course, and all of this is very unprecedented. We've never had a political candidate, let alone a leading political candidate for a major party, be under investigation and facing multiple indictments. So legally speaking, all of this is very gray as of right now. Nothing is specifically stopping him from continuing his run. But we're also going to see an impact in general on the entire field of Republican candidates. Just this past weekend in North Carolina, there were a lot of GOP candidates who were asked specifically about this indictment. Some of them wanting to not necessarily condemn the former president and lose any support that way. Others wanting to stick true and say the law of the land is the law of the land. So there's not only going to be an impact on his campaign, but likely on others as well.
All right, Savannah Rudicell in downtown Miami, I appreciate your reporting. It's going to be a busy day for you, so thank you. 7:18, and if you are planning to plan a trip to Texas,